Hello everyone and welcome back, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to eat like a Premier League footballer. So let's get straight into the video. So whenever it comes to nutrition, we always hear the term fuel. You have to fuel your body before and after a workout so that you can better perform in the workouts. So what is fuel exactly? So fuel is basically a substance that is primarily oxidized to extract energy from it. And the kind of energy that is extracted from it is ATP, which is the most basic form of energy that your body utilizes in every movement and everything that you do in your daily life. And as you all have probably heard by now that you can never outtrain a bad diet. And when it comes to the kinds of food that you have to eat, there are a few types of food that you want to eat to make sure that your body not only has enough energy to perform during the workouts and your trainings, but also that you are able to maintain the muscle mass and also the gains that you've gotten from those workouts for a long period of time. So mainly there are four types of foods that you want to eat, and the first one is your maintenance foods, which are your portions of protein, as this will help to maintain the muscle mass that you gain from your workouts and from your trainings. The second kind of food is your fuel, and this is your low GI carbohydrates. And GI here basically means glycemic index, and a low GI carbohydrate are your pastas, your breads, your whole meals, your oats, and stuff like that. So the third kind of foods that you want to eat are your protection foods. So these are basically your veggies and your vitamins and your minerals, as they will help protect your body and boost your immune system so that you don't fall sick easily. And the fourth type, well, it's not a food, but it's fluids. And you want to drink a lot of water, as your basic biochemical reactions are all based on water. And without proper hydration, you're only going to strip yourself from being the best version of the athlete that you can be. So first of all, let's talk about carbs. So carbs are always considered bad because they can increase your blood sugar level and also increase the fat in your body. But this only happens when you consume too much carbs, as then it will be stored as glycogen in your cells, and then it will increase the amount of fat that you have. So basically, you don't want to overeat your carbs, but you want to eat your healthy carbs. So how do you differentiate between this? So there are two types of carbs, one that are of high GI and the other one that is of low GI. So high GI carbohydrates are basically carbohydrates that will cause a spike in your blood sugar level almost immediately. So these are your sugary drinks and your sports drinks and all those stuff. So a low GI carbohydrate is basically the carbs that tend to break down slowly in your body and slowly release glucose into your bloodstream. So these are your pastas, your rice, your whole meals, and your oats. So these are the kind of carbohydrates that you want to eat 2 to 3 hours before your training. And the kind of carbohydrates with a high glycemic index is the one that you would probably take right before a match so that it gives you that spike in the blood sugar level. So when it comes to a healthy diet, you definitely don't want to leave your healthy fats out, as your brains and your neural pathways rely on fats to perform at their optimal state. So there are two types of fats, saturated fats and unsaturated fats. So basically, you want to stay away from the saturated ones and you want to eat more of the unsaturated ones. So as mentioned earlier, proteins are known as maintenance foods because they not only help to maintain the muscle mass that you have, but they also help to maintain your skin, your hair, and the antibodies in your body. So generally, the amount of protein that you want to eat is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight every day. But for someone who's going through an injury and needs to recover as soon as possible, you would generally want to take more protein, maybe around 1 gram to 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight every day, so that it helps to regenerate those muscle fibers quickly and you can recover much easily. So there are two types of proteins, complete proteins and incomplete proteins. Your complete proteins are basically your animal products such as your chicken and your beef, and your incomplete proteins are all the proteins that come from your plant-based sources. And you have to combine them with one another to make sure that they become complete, as they on their own are insufficient to provide you with enough protein. So the next type of food is your protective foods such as your veggies and your fruits. And these are really important as they help to build antibodies in your body to make sure that you remain healthy throughout the year and you're able to perform at your optimal level. So you are not required to eat your veggies and your fruits as much as you would eat your macronutrients, but you would still have to take them, as these veggies and fruits would help you in production of hemoglobin, as this is important for oxygen carry. So now that you know what you should and should not be eating, what do you actually eat before and after a match? So typically 24 to 48 hours before a match, you would want to eat lots of carbs, as this will help with carb loading in your body. And 2 to 3 hours before the match, you would also want to eat a high carb diet with a moderate amount of protein in it to avoid you from bloating, but still providing you with enough energy so that you can sustain throughout the game. And maybe 5 to 10 minutes before kickoff, you might want to have a sports drink, something that could spike your blood glucose level immediately so that you would have the energy at the beginning of the game. So after a match, there is a 4R principle that you want to follow to ensure that you are able to recover as quickly as possible. So the 4Rs are repair, refuel, rehydrate, and rest. So let's start with repair. So when it comes to repairing, you want to repair all those damaged muscle fibers. So you want to have a high protein intake in your diet. And you want to refuel, which means you want to get back all those glucose that you have lost during the game. So you would have a high glucose in your diet as well. So when it comes to rehydrate, make sure you drink enough water as you've lost a lot of water. And this will help with your biochemical processes in the body and will help you not only digest the food and help your muscles recover faster, but also make your recovery process much easier. And of course, you would have to rest after a game so let your muscles relax and let them repair themselves and let them do their own thing, and make sure you have a good enough sleep at night so that your muscles are able to regenerate as quickly as possible. So obviously there is nothing wrong with a cheat meal once in a while, but you have to realize that you can never out-train a bad diet. So make sure most of the time your diet is actually clean and you eat the foods that you like to eat so that you're able to sustain for a long period of time. Always make the choice that is best for you so that it'll help improve your performance on the pitch and make you a much better player. And with that, we have reached to the end of this video. I hope you found it helpful, and if you have, hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.